For those who are listening and watching, I know you very well, but those who are listening and watching, could you please introduce yourself?
Why not? Of course, it's my pleasure. Okay. So first of all, thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. This is Bablu Kisku. I was born and raised in Hooghly, West Bengal, and I have done masters in English literature. And if I talk about my hobbies, I love to play cricket, football, chess, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And by profession, I am a school teacher. And simultaneously, I am running a YouTube channel which name is English with Bablu, where I upload English related content, especially English conversational videos. That's pretty much about myself. And thank you for asking.
Thank you very much for giving your introduction. Those who are listening and watching, I like to give my introduction too. So I'm Hisaban Moshi. I come from Bangladesh. And if you tell about my qualification, I'm just in class 6 in a Bengali medium school as a Bengali medium student. And if you tell about my skills that I try to develop, special and language skills, and if you tell about my channel, a YouTube channel where I upload English related videos, and my goal is to share people to learn English in a fun and creative way. I share as much as possible without any grammar rules, without any strict rules. I try to share in my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is Mehzalban Moshi, and I'm interested in neuroscience. That's all about myself. So it's great introducing each other through our video conversation in my audience or your audience for sure. And if you tell about this, that introducing ourselves, first of all, we have to introduce ourselves because introduction is really needed before starting our conversation. But
Well,
as I know you, but surely you have to do again because viewers didn't know you. Because I think they know you because you're also a YouTuber, right? Just like me.
yes, yes. And you are also very famous YouTuber. Most of the learners know about you. Okay. And
I'm
I
not
also watch
mostly.
your, yes, yes. Most of the times I also watch your YouTube videos. Okay. And
Thank you
your
so much for videos.
okay, so most of the learners, I know you very well. So tell me something about your English speaking journey also, because most of the learners don't know about you also and your journey. Please tell me something about it.
I know I knew before because after introducing yourself, we don't know about each other, which background we came from. So I started my English journey during COVID-19 when I was a student of class 3 plus a kid. So that time I used to, people are developing their skills, they're making their leisure activities. The school and offices are not open, they're closed. Anything doesn't stop us because we have internet, we have Wi-Fi, we have our cell phone, so that's why anything couldn't stop us. Okay, so that time I used to develop my skills in my English language area. If I travel back in time and go to myself, oh my gosh, Holly Cricket. The thing is, I couldn't speak a sentence for sure. I was like, I can't speak only hello, how are you, this types of thing, but I've never speak this sentence. Like when my teacher called, do you have any question? My one teacher always speak in English and wanted me to speak in English, but I couldn't. So I have a question. Which question I have, I couldn't ask it this types of situation. But after that, I don't have a goal to speak English, but most of my watched content is in English, right? So I used to listen those content and for my childhood, I can catch everything very quickly, and whatever I listen, whatever I'm See, I used to copy them. I used to catch them up. So that's why I catch the good thing, which is English, probably. And many people focus that I was talking in a particular accent. Say, as I'm talking in this accent, this American accent, you could call it a pronunciation. Because when it comes with British and American, that time we don't call it an accent. We call it as pronunciation. Because British and American, they're both are united. They both invented English. They speak English. Their mother tongue in English. It could be Canadian, Australian, other things, Chinese, Bangladeshi accent, Indian accent, but I think they have different languages to speak with them in their mother tongue. Especially Australian and Canadian are like pronunciation, but British and American they're highly recommended for pronunciation. So it could call accent or pronunciation, but pronunciation is much better because we actually depending on pronunciation. Many people don't accent. What is accent? English is English, but probably pronunciation is also needed. But I don't learn this A, B, C, D. I don't have to pronounce like that. I even don't know phonetics. When I grew up older, that time I used to read phonetics book. But before that, nothing happened. So I used to just observe content and without any coaches, without any classes, without any tutors in English, and my both parents are not in English field, and I read in Bengali medium school. I could guess the situation, right? Because most of the learners don't have tutors. I know that. And I'm amazed that many people are growing their opportunities and building up their English skills without any English tutor. So I'm amazed like that. The people like me or more like me, they're speaking more. Because the thing is, it's not how smart you work, it's how hard you work. Because I was just smart enough. I have my brain. Everyone have brain. Everyone have a human brain and the most complex organ of our body. But it's matter how hard you work on it. Like I'm fixing my brain, I'm solving math problems, I'm just building up my skills. I can learn any languages. Even English and Chinese, Japanese, French, Spanish, German, and more of the language. If I learn, language skills is also important, right? So when we communicate with others, when you go to China that time, most of the people don't understand English, right? So we have to learn this language too when we go to travel in China, right? Or Japan or Korea, South Korea, North Korea. That time we have to don't speak in English because most of the people don't know English. They use a mobile translator or cell phone translator if I talk in American accent. So this is about my English journey. I think that I've add many things to it, but the thing is when I used to speak in a language area, I don't focus on English. I just focus on Chinese and other things also because I actually focus on language skills, not particularly in English.
Okay, so I would say that's an amazing journey. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me one
So,
thing. I'd like to ask you one thing. So what is more important, accent or pronunciation?
I just showed you that accent and pronunciation. Accent could be Chinese, Bangladeshi, Indian, Australian, Canadian. And pronunciation, currently I'm talking in British and American. But when you're gonna focusing on pronunciation, pronunciation would be the countries who are in British, like American, their mother tongue is actually English. Right. When you're gonna, change the language settings, or that time, English bracket British, English bracket Indian, English bracket American, this types of thing you could see, right? So these are the accent, but particularly British and American. These called are also accent and pronunciation, because pronunciation, those are countries' their mother language is actually what? British or American, they speak like differently, but they speak in English. But Australian and Canadian also speak English. They're both are the same, but we actually focus on American and British because they are the correct pronunciation when you go to IELTS, TOEFL, and other tests related to English when you go to abroad countries. And Chinese and other things is accent. So this is the difference between accent and pronunciation. Which is more important? I think both are the important. Cause when you don't understand Chinese accent, it would be much difficult for you. When you don't understand American accent, it would be much difficult for you. You speak British accent, you say crisps, and Americans say chips. So what is chips? Everyone knows it, but you speak British. It's a huge difference, between British and American, but it's similar to British and Australia and to Canadian to America. So these types of thing, both are the same, and both are, very crucial for English learners.
Yes, yes,
So
and I'd say that we most of the Indians follow British accent. Okay, we follow British accent also and British pronunciation also because American accents are too fast. Okay, Americans speak this language too fast. That's why we Indians are not able to get whatever they are saying. Okay, so that's why it is very difficult for most of the speakers also to understand whatever they are saying. So that's why we Indians follow most of the cases Indian British accent. Okay, and even in our curriculum, in our syllabuses, we follow the British rule, British grammar rule. Okay, and American grammar is very, I would say the American grammar is very easy. Okay, they don't follow too much rigid rules. I have seen it.
yep,
Okay.
American is pretty much of grammar. But see, British people also use too much fast English, especially when you watch English movies. When did the scene come from in the British accent? And when you focus on tongue twisters like Betty Butter bought some butter, but she say this butter's bitter. If I bake this butter's bitter, it will make my batter better. So when you use this tongue twister, that time I'm speaking in British accent right now. If you want to speak very fast, I think I could speak it. But British and American or Australian, Canadian, Indian also speaking very fast, right? So they just reduce word and they just make it more simpler. But we want to gonna learn it. That time we say what she or he tells. But it's more simpler. If I take that I want to do something, I want to do something. This is more simpler more than others.
Yes, yes, and even there are lots of words which we can write easily in British also. The word is like color, COLOUR. We write it in according to British rule. Okay, color, and in the same word it will be written like color, COLOR. It is not added there R. Oh, okay. It is not added COLO. You not added there. Okay.
So I just want to ask you that. Can you please tell about your English journey?
Okay. Why not? Of course. So, if I talk about my English speaking journey, I'd say that I actively started my speaking journey 5 months ago, and before that, earlier times I used to focus only on grammar. Okay, and I didn't focus on speaking, listening. These two skills I were lacking in my speaking journey. So that's why I was not able to speak properly in my earlier time. I used to, and in my earlier times also, I used to listen a lot. I used to listen, and during the pandemic time, okay, I had to sit down in my home also because school was shut down at that time totally. So that's why in the pandemic time, I used to listen conversational videos, podcast, okay, but I never try to speak because in my because you can understand that I did my schooling in Bengali medium school and I didn't have any English speaking partner also nobody in my area with whom I could practice this language and I didn't have any ambience of English speaking at my home also so that's why my journey was not smoothly okay was not going smoothly at that time so I thought that I have to do something to polish my English speaking skill or to upskill my English speaking skill. And one day while surfing on what one day while watching some YouTube videos, I came across Jadu Kisku's video. Jadu Kisku. Do you know Jadu Kisku? Okay.
I
Ja-
know both title are the same, like Jadu Kisku and Bablu Kisku.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. So Jadu Kisku is a viral boy, and he is speaking fluent English nowadays. And I watching Jadu Kisku's video, I got motivated also because Jadu Kisku belongs to my same community, and that's why I got motivated and got inspired. Okay, and I thought that I should work on my speaking skill. Since then, I have been working on my speaking skill. I have been practicing on a daily basis to every Kolana on this Skype group, and I have been practicing on a daily basis since then. And now I am here. Okay. 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 Okay.
I was telling that most of the Indians are more inspired by Jit because as a mid they say that I follow Jit's video and I come here to you. I just Jit is very famous in India nowadays and our country too. I don't think yes, Bangladeshi people also watch. I also watch like that.
And I
Jit is
also
very famous,
yes.
very
I
viral.
also follow your channel. I also watch your channel, and you also there's a Doyle Chando's channel, Jahid's channels. Okay, so I also watch their channels, and I get to learn many things from them also. Do you watch Doyle Chando's channel? Doyle channel.
I know him. I know him, but I don't watch him pretty much nowadays.
Okay, okay. So Doyle Chando is very famous, I think, in Bangladesh, right?
Yep, he's very famous in Bangladesh and he's very viral all over
Yes,
the country.
yes, yes. And he also speak fluent English.
Yep, and more about this. He's a farmer, but I'm very impressed by his confidence.
Yes, yes. But nowadays you are viral. Okay, you are viral girl. Okay. And
Pretty much. I have like a 700 subscribers. I hope I will be in 1K because my small YouTube channel will get much bigger. And my goal is just to share people, not to teach people in a strict rules that you have to follow my rules. You'd have to follow only my channel. I just free them and just say that you can also use this my tragedy. Every person have a particular formula. If you're telling that I follow those formulas, then they would be totally fake. If you make your own formulas, then that's gonna work. Many scientists use many formula. If they copy their formula, it'd be copyright. Gotcha. So as we English learners and YouTubers, many people share the perfect rules for math or English, grammar rules, and many people focus on idioms and phrases. But my channel is pretty complicated and all up in one book. So everything I have in my channel, but with the story, with the creative thing, with the motivation. This is my theme of my channel right now. I'm working on, and my first video is worst as ever. Everyone's first video is worst as ever, but I'm trying to improve every single day. So, sir, I think you're an English teacher in your school because I've talked to you before. You sure to meet this. So for my Ujin, those are listening and watching, could you please share that how do you teach your students your subject in English and how do they understand? What's their mindset of learning?
Okay, could you please repeat the question once?
I just say that you're a teacher, and could you please share to my audience that how do you teach your students and how do they feel about this? Plus, what is the best way to teach them any subjects?
Okay, okay, of course. So, as English is a global language, so everybody should learn this language because it's a communicative language and very needful language nowadays. Because we have to communicate nowadays. If we want to go outside and if we want to go for higher studies and if we want to take any job in private or government sector, in interviews we have to face because the interview will ask you the question in English also. And apart from that, we have to also communicate with many people in India or also in abroad also. Okay, so that's why we have to learn this language and we have to speak this language also. Okay, so that's why in my school, as I'm a teacher of English also, I always motivate my students to speak this language, and I try to teach them in English as well because there are lots of things I have to teach. I have to teach also. I have to teach not only bookish knowledge. I am teaching them. I also teach them moral values also because being a teacher it's my duty. It's my duty to make them also very good citizen in future also. And by this way I am motivating my students also by telling them some motivational stories of great person who are successful in their life, just like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Neeraj Chopra. There are many more great people in India and above also in other country also there are many more famous people, successful people who are successful in their lives by doing something doing something out of the box. Okay, so we have to think out of the box also to be successful in our life because speaking this English language is not very tough. Okay, it's a language. We can learn this language. We can speak this language very easily. But we have to be very confident before that. Yes, I can do anything in my life, and also we have to be very consistent. We have to be very diligent. We have to be very dedicated to achieve anything in our life. So this we should follow this all these steps to be successful in our life. We should not only learn some bookish knowledge in school. We should learn many things. Okay, from many people, many students, many teachers, and the people who surrounding us also. We have to learn because learning is a lifelong journey. Not only English also. There are many things we have to learn. Okay, so being a teacher, I am also learning not only from my books also. I am learning from students like you also. Okay, that's why I always try to keep myself updated. Okay, and I am enjoying my learning because I would say that every teacher is a learner. Okay, so so I enjoying my learning always, and I try to always motivate my students to learn something new, to be a very good citizen also, and to be very disciplined in their life because discipline is very essential part. Okay, whatever you do in your life, you have to be disciplined. Not only being a learner, if you want to be if you want to do anything, rather than studying. Okay, so discipline is very essential to be successful in any field also in your life. This is my suggestion to all viewers, to all students who are watching this video.
Thank you very much. And another thing I should ask you is, did you know Mary Poppins?
Yes, yes, please.
Did you know Mary Poppins?
No, no. Please tell me something about.
Is an actress who worked in a British movie, and she always can capture any accent. Like she is an American, and but whatever. She just copied the British accent so well. It's like I was so amazed when she said the song Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So I was very amazed. Is she should be the American guy? I was just like, but she just copied the same accent, but why can't we? We should mimic that, we should pronounce it, but it's not needed if you can't. It's not normal to say that I have a terrible accent. You have to just focus on your own pace. If it's look good in you, then it's fine. If it's not bad like you, nothing to worry. Just start to learn English. If it's great for communication, it's okay. But for more, when I was just listening that time, I don't focus on accent. I just learn English through accent. Then the videos are in British and American, so I could capture that. Otherwise, I couldn't capture it. Right?
Right. So tell me, Major Win, are you studying in English medium or Bengal medium?
Bengali medium, as I told you before.
So it's amazing. You are speaking phenomenal. Your English is impeccable, I would say. So tell me for the viewers who are studying in Bengali medium school, so how is that possible? How to be a very good speaker like you? So what are the steps to be taken or to be followed for being a very good speaker like you? Please tell me something about it.
School doesn't do anything for developing your skills. They just follow textbooks. So, whatever background are you in, or Bengali medium schools are not pretty good, even though not in fame, you know, just like your schools never depend, it's depending on your academic journey, but it's not depending on your skills, career, or journey. It's depending on yourself. I know many English medium students who couldn't just make a sentence because they just don't have the personality. Even English medium teachers don't teach how to speak English fluently. Many
Yes.
teachers do, and many teachers don't. They're these opinion in person, right? It's depending on the person mindset. So school doesn't do anything for you. Secondly, I have to tell you that it's depending. No one will motivate you. Third thing, you know that your first step will be the worstest ever in the world, like other person. The fourth thing, you have to should know that the truth is everyone gonna laugh at you. So this four things is so crucial for your English journey. If you don't have these four things, you may think that English is not for me. If you don't get these four things, every English learner face those, right? It's the biggest truth ever for learning English, these four things. Yes, and with these four things, they can easily calculate that's whether Bengali medium student, Hindi medium student, or English medium student, or other medium students, medium schools, they don't actually prefer on your skills. They don't just probably keep an impact on your skills. They just guide you for academic. But if you say that I'll learn English from today, from this minute, then open your cell phone and start making video. Whatever you like, then watch your video. And then Upload it or not, just watch it again and again and listen to podcasts. This is the thing I have to share, especially for Bengali medium students and Hindi medium students, also English medium students, to follow this if you're not yet good in English.
Okay, so I would like to ask you another question. So, tell me something. What are the things nowadays you are doing to polish to hone your English speaking skills? What are the things nowadays you are doing?
Nothing. For surely nothing. I'm just only focusing on just conversation and just editing, uploading, everything. But you could share that it's a very complicated. Every day I learn one vocabulary, one idioms, one phrases, one slang. Everything is complicated. Every pronunciation is complicated, right? Whenever I used to learn English, if you take about my average on every day, then at least I'll learn one vocabulary that I probably don't know, and another thing I'll learn idiom phrases, then slangs, then pronunciation. These five things I have to learn every day, and I'm just not focusing that I have 7 days routine. This is for my pronunciation. I have 7 days routine. This is for grammar. Whenever I'm free to sit on computer, that time, whatever I need, I just search it on, right? So I think it's a long conversation with you. I'm so busy. I have to study now because tomorrow I have my online exam. So please pray for me. And we have to wrap up this session. So it was a nice and wonderful conversation with you. So have a great day. Have a nice day.
Have a
Bye.
great day. Nice bye, and thank you for giving me a precious time. Okay, we'll have a conversation also next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.